I'm good. So how are you, Maria? How's your Tuesday? Tuesday so far.
Yeah, it's good. It's raining, so that's nice. I like the rain.
Rain is
But
nice.
it's
Okay.
been good. Yeah, how was yours? How's your Wednesday?
Just it's already Wednesday. I live in the future
Yeah.
at 4 a.m. here. But my Tuesday, it's hot. It's really
Yeah.
hot it's really hot in the Philippines now. Okay, so I'm just checking. We have a few people joining us live. Hello. Welcome to our Hotline Support Hour. And I would also like to greet a good day to those who will be watching this later, the replay, and even the ones that we will be posting in our public channels. Okay, so once again, just like the our preliminaries, we if you have any questions regarding what topics or regarding the topic that we will be covering today, you use the comment section of any platform and our team will respond to those questions. And if you're watching us live right now, feel free to also write your comment right away. And if there's anything, we would read that, acknowledge, and the likes. Okay. So for today, we will be covering a practical one, which is funnel, building a high converting funnel page. And this is one of the things that can make a big difference in your marketing. So it usually comes or happens just like this. You're getting traffic, or sometimes if you are running ads, okay, you send them to a page, or when you post something on social media, you bring people or you send people to a certain page, but that page doesn't convert. It's because you don't give a clear next step on that specific page. So a funnel page is what can help. Okay, but let's define first what is a funnel page so that you have an idea, or probably you have been using this already, but for the sake of defining it, think of a funnel page as the focus page that is built around one specific action. So that's our key today. The goal, there should be one goal for every funnel page. So in your business, you can have as many funnel pages as you want, but make sure that one specific funnel page is for a purpose. So for example, instead of sending them to a full website, you send them to this funnel page with less menu items, no other links, no distractions. And what are those goals that we're talking about here? It can be booking a call. It can also be those offers that you have if you want them to claim an offer, or like requesting a quote. So another example will be if you have a lead magnet system that you're using for your business, something that they can download with a form that they can opt in so that you can get their information. Okay, so we don't want people to be too distracted, but we want conversions, right? The event that happens. So we don't want to send them to, or the leads, we don't want to send the leads to a page where they're trying to do a lot of things at once. So the page that they land on, which is the funnel page, that's where they going to take an action. Okay, so when a funnel page is working well, it usually has this common elements of having the clear headline. We're going to be showing a few examples in a little while. And then you have your short description, short message, the offer, and only one main CTA or call to action. Okay, because clarity converts over complexity. All right, I'm going to be showing you a few pages so that you kind of like have an idea about these things, sharing the community right now. But let's start with showing. I'm going to be using GrowGenie 360 as an example for this. Okay, so this is the homepage of GrowGenie 360, growgenie360.com. And a usual website will be having, the navigation or the menu with so many links that they can click on. And then they have this hero section. You have the title, the section, sorry, the heading, the description, and then you have your main CTA, whatever that is, like booking a call, claiming something, and then you have the sections that talk about more about the business, And sometimes you have your CTAs, you also have your trust signals and so on. And then you have a final CTA section, and then you have your footer. So there's so many things that's happening here. There's so many things that people can get distracted with, and then click here, click on this one. But your funnel page is what you're going to use if you want them to just do one specific action, which is we have mentioned earlier, if you want them to claim your offer, download a guide, and so on. So here's a few funnel pages of Growth Genie 360 and which have specific um objectives. Okay, so this one is a webinar page. Okay, so as you can see, it's very simple. You have the logo or at the top, and then you have the title of the webinar, the details, and you have the simple form with only have one, two, three, four fields. Okay, and the sign up, which is the main CTA. And then this is another example of a funnel page. And here, the objective here is for people to join our spotlight activity or the community spotlight. This is something that we do within the Facebook group if the members would like to be spotlighted in a sense. Okay, so you have here the hero section, the headline, and then you have a short description, and then once again you have the form, or actually this is a survey, but the details that we will be getting from the member. Another one is this is an example of our lead magnet, or of Growth 360's lead magnet, and this is something that they can download, which is a guide. In this case, this is a checklist. So you see here you have a very simple straightforward hero section. Okay, you have the title, and then you have the description. Once again, you have at least an image there in your hero section, and then you have the main CTA, which is getting the checklist. And when they click on this one, they are sent to this section of the page where once again they can opt in. There's also a short description and then just a one line footer over there. So you see the principle there about the sections that are needed or be seen in a funnel page. Now, there's always a partner for a funnel page, something that should not be overlooked. Okay, a funnel should we're talking about a funnel page, but in reality, a funnel must be at least two steps. Okay. In most cases, there's the main landing page. These pages that I've shown you, and then that's where they take action. And you also have a thank you page or a confirmation page that they see right after they have done the action. So I'm going to use this example. So when somebody fills up this form of getting the checklist, they will be, and then click send me the checklist, they will be sent to this page, which is a confirmation page. Okay, this page is not just to say thank you, but this plays an important role in your overall funnel. First, it confirms, okay, the action went through. If they filled out a form, if they requested something, if they signed up for an offer, the thank you page reassures them that hey, it worked, okay? And the second one is guiding them to the next step. So you're not leaving them hanging. In this case, it's telling them to check their email, or they can even book a call, or join a group, or even watch a video, check on your resources. You can include here other things that you find relevant. So in this case, there is an option to book a call for the business. Okay, so this is why the thank you page should be treated as a partner, okay, of your funnel or of the main landing page. Okay, so of course, um, without the second page, people will be left wondering if the submission worked, or if what should they do as for their next step. Okay, so having this confirmation page or thank you page, however you want to call it, the funnel feels complete. The funnel feels clear and more intentional. Okay, so rather than just talking about the all these things, we'll have Maria. Okay, in the next section, Maria will be showing how to actually create a funnel page in Growth Genie 360. Okay, so I'm passing it on to Maria now.
Awesome. All right, so let me go ahead and share my screen. Make sure I'm sharing the right screen. Yes. All righty. Okay,
Yep.
thank you, Diana. That was yeah, that's an awesome explanation for how funnels work. So we're here on the Grow 360 platform, and we are in the sites area of the left-hand side menu. As you can see, a lot of stuff going on here at the top that you can mess around with, but we're going to go ahead and stay here in funnels. And I'm going to show you how to build a simple funnel based on the information that Diana has shared today. And it's not going to be fancy. It's just going to be something kind of, we don't have a ton of time to put something super fast put together, but I'm going to show you how to, how to do something super simple. Okay, so first we're going to go ahead and click funnel. I'm sorry, we're going to click new funnel, and we're going to do from blank, funnel AI, or from templates. And just to kind of give you an idea of funnel AI, we're going to be using that in, doing a little demo later on. And so we're going to go ahead and do our funnel name, and that's going to be a service-based funnel for this specific example. Alrighty, and that's while we wait for that. So this is what a funnel page looks like, okay? And it's going to be very, like very just, there's nothing there right now because we are going to make it. Let me refresh my page really quick. Because I think it didn't load all the way. Okay, so alrighty, so we're gonna go ahead and add the first step is that we're gonna add our new step, kind of mirroring what Diana talked about. You need your landing page with your offer, but then you also you have that partner in there that is your thank you page or your confirmation page. So we're gonna go ahead and add a new step, and for this step, we're gonna call it offer page, and then we're gonna create funnel step. All right, after that, you see this and a lot of stuff going on here, but we're just going to go and use existing. I'm sorry, we're going to go create from blank. You can also use from existing. So if you have another page layout of a funnel that you really like, you can just use the layout and then change it around how you want it. But we are going to go ahead and create it from blank. And this is what it's going to look like. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take out all that AI stuff, and we'll talk about that later. But we're going to create a funnel page for an offer of a service. So it's going to be super simple. And then we're going to start adding some elements. So of course, again, if you have more time and you want to make it super nice, you can. Right now, we're just going to add something simple. Diana talked about not having the, like a menu area at the top because that can get very, very confusing. And yes, I agree. You don't want to have a menu on here. Okay. You want to just have something super simple because otherwise people are going to get distracted. They're going to go look at other pages. And the goal of a funnel is to convert leads for that specific purpose that you're, bringing them to the page. So I'm just going to add a logo just so that they know, hey, this is who we're talking about. And we're going to go ahead and add our logo. And then we're going to do a short description, but let me see if I can do a 2-column, something like this. We're going to add our title, and it's going to be get 50, oops, 50 off your first service. Okay. So here's your title. You can play around with with the fonts and all that fun stuff, of course. And then you can add a little bit of like a description, something super simple. You don't want to overwhelm the the reader, your client. So you could say like get a 50%, 50 off, $50 off coupon. Um, Uh, hold on. I shouldn't have written your first service when you book for the month of May. Okay, and then you can put like new clients only. something like that. You want to make it super, super simple. And another thing that you want to add, so another item that we want to add here is, hold on, I'm just reading here. And then you want to, so sorry. So limited time offer, right? This is a limited time offer. Claim your discount today. And then we're going to go ahead and add our CTA. And that's going to be a button that says claim my offer. Okay. So let's go ahead and create a fun button here that says claim my offer. Okay. And let's put it here in the right place. And then you can make it bigger as well so that, like it could be something that kind of stands out to your customer. So here you have, and then you have that button. And then you want to do a final, kind of like a final item as does the minimum that I would recommend that you add is something that kind of conveys your legitimacy. So that might be something like reviews from your past clients. It could be something like photos of the work that you've already done, or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and add reviews. And we do have a widget for reviews here. And if you were here last week, we talked about the reputation area inside of Virginia 360, and you were able to see how we are handling reviews and how you collect reviews inside of the portal. And we're going to go ahead and add the review widget here. And we do want to pick and make sure that this is the correct widget. So it does look like it's the correct widget. Okay, perfect. So something super simple. Obviously, if you had more time, then you would make sure that it has color and it looks a little bit nicer. You might even add some fun animation, kind of like the examples that Diana showed us a little bit ago. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at what that page looks like. So this is your landing page, and I haven't saved it. That's why it looks brand new. Okay. All right, so this is your landing page. Super simple, okay? So as you can see, we have a review right here that's showing up, and then you can also review manage, delete this. If you have another type of offer that requires them to fill out a form instead of a button so that you can send them the offer, you make it very clear in that description, and you add your form. So let me go ahead and just kind of give you an idea of how that works. Form, and then we just pick a form. Let's see. Okay. And then just a quick tip, depending on the value of the item that you're giving, that kind of like it depends on like the amount of information you request. So I think 50 off your first service, you're probably okay to ask for their name, their phone, and their email, and maybe some additional information that pertains to the service itself. If you're asking them to download, if you're like saying, hey, download this resource, you usually want to stick with like name or email, or maybe just even email. Phone, make it optional. So depending on the value, the more you can ask. Okay. And here's my form. And then after we're done with this, this is ready to go. You want to go ahead and make sure that the action redirecting from the form that was filled out or anything that, like the next step is going to be go to next step. And I'm going to show you that here in a sec, but it's important that you do that because then that will make it so our what's it called? Our funnel like follows the steps of the funnel itself. Okay. So we're going to press save on that. And then we're going to move over, go back, and we're going to create our thank you page. Okay, so thank you pages are often forgotten, but they are essential. So don't forget them. Funnel should have at the very least 2 steps. And your thank you page is not just to say thank you. So we're going to go ahead and add a new step. And this is going to be our thank you page. Alrighty, and while that's creating, since we already have this offer page and it's kind of got like a pretty main, like simple layout, we're gonna go ahead and use existing so I can show you what happens here. So we use existing and it says funnel, and then you pick from your funnels. So we're my service-based funnel, and I'm gonna duplicate or copy that offer page. I'm gonna go ahead and import that, and while that imports, when it'll come up and it'll just be the same thing. So basically, they're both the same. You can also just duplicate that, but you go ahead and edit and just make your adjustments. Okay, so once we're in here, this is your thank you page. So we're going to go ahead and do a little some adjustments to the layout to reflect that. So we're gonna get rid of the like the form, and then we're just gonna, instead of doing like get 50% off your first service, we're gonna say thank you. We will reach out soon or something, just something to let them know, hey, we received your submission, we received your information, and we are going to reach out soon. And then you can add, any text that you would like in here. And then I'm gonna add another text box, and we're gonna go ahead and type in the meantime, check out some of our blogs. Okay, so this page is an opportunity for you to also kind of showcase more of your services or anything that's important to the clients. So if you are doing like a 50 off $50 off special of the first service, maybe you want to take them to some type of gallery of previous jobs that you've done, or maybe even more reviews, or like if you have like a video review and it's like embedded on a page, you want to take them to that. In this specific scenario, I'm going to take everybody to a blog, and you can also do that. So if you have a lot of information in your blog that is like that might be important to them, that you think they could use, like maybe FAQs or anything like that, then I recommend that you also take them to the blog. Your blog can be such a good resource for information about your company, and even showcasing your specific jobs. So if you write a blog post and you have a category about, hey, these are the finished jobs, where you give people photos and then just detail regarding what was going, that job, you can kind of section by category. Okay, so just to kind of show you what that looks like, I'm going to go ahead and save that, and then we are going to look at what that page looks like. Alrighty, so here's what that page looks like. It shows your what's it called? Your blog post, and then just a little bit more of information. Again, if you want to make it nicer, you absolutely can. This is just kind of like showing you really quick how you can make a specific page. And we kind of talked about this, or I kind of mentioned this in passing, but as you can see right here, when you click on here, you got a little arrow. That means that the funnel is going to follow that exact order. Okay, so you can actually flip the little funnel steps around. And after the button is submitted, or after the form is submitted, what's going to happen is that the page is going to automatically forward over to the thank you page. So no need to like force it, or no need to worry like, hey, is it going to transfer over? Is it going to go to the next step? Like, that is the purpose of funnels. They are set up so that they can move automatically to the next step. Alrighty. Let's see. Yes, so let's go ahead and talk about templates really quick. Okay, so when we're creating our first funnels, right, you get an option that talks about blank funnel AI and templates. So when it comes to templates, you get a lot of really cool website templates right here. And of course, this is just a starting point. So you see a lot of these have like the menus at the top and a lot of information on the site. You're always more than welcome to use these. I think they're great for like design, but of course, make sure that you do follow the guidelines for funnels, and things like remove all the distractions from the page. These are a great starting point if you don't know exactly how to get started, if you're not sure on what to do, or like if you have an idea of like a design, and maybe you find something here, but you don't know how to create it because it seems a little bit overwhelming. Okay. And then the next item is going to be Funnel AI, and we're going to do a demo of Funnel AI right now.
Ooh, let's see the power of
And
AI.
yeah, I'm excited. Okay, so right here, this is blank page, and the loading preferences right here is going on. So once it's done, we'll go ahead and do a little bit of AI here. Maybe it's okay. There we go. Alrighty, so let's set our foundations. So you can go through this, the assist. So name your funnel, like it'll ask you specific questions. So you can just add like, hey, this is what I want exactly. Which one should we try today, do you think? Should we just go ahead with the assist, Diana?
Yeah, let's show
Thoughts?
them the so on the left side, so you can see there on your left side there are prompts that you can answer, and then look also at the middle, because as Maria types or as Maria answers that, it's automatically creating a prompt in the build. I think we're calling that a build section, like the middle one, the
Yeah.
center rather. Yeah. So there, Maria is answering. She typed the title, and then she's now choosing a category. Oh, it's the niche. She's now choosing a niche. So the AI is generating a prompt, right? I mean, live. There you go.
Yep.
Okay, where are we
And
now?
then do we want to refine that? You can refine the prompt too. Like Diana was saying that prompt generating or like coming up with a prompt is also a skill within itself. So, well, just do you think we should refine it a little bit, or are we okay going with this just to kind of show, hey,
Yeah,
this
we
is what's
can just
happening?
go. Yeah, we can
Okay.
just go with what we have right now.
Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and generate, and that's going to take a little while because it is thinking and it is, AI. So while we wait for that, I'm going to show you something. Well, I'm going to talk about common mistakes that we want you to avoid. Okay. So first common mistake that you should avoid, adding too many links. And we've mentioned it. Diana has mentioned it. I've mentioned it, and I'll mention it again because it's so important. If you are offering a specific offer and you're trying to get the client to perform an action, you don't want to add too many links. Okay. So just your logo, if that's what you think is best, and then just the information pertaining to the offer. Once they get to the thank you page, you can put a button that says take me to your main website, or again, give them incentive to go look at projects on your main website. But when it comes to this, like, don't put too many links there. Number two is asking for too much information. So I kind of touched on it a little bit briefly, but you don't want to ask for too much information if you're not like giving them something big. So if you're like offering this free ebook on how to plan out your marketing strategy, I don't know, for like the next year, then you probably want to ask them for a lot. But if it's just like something super simple, name and email is fine. 3 weak or unclear headlines. You want to make sure your headline is clear exactly what it is that you are going to offer them. So like our headline was get 50% off your first service. Yes, it's clear and it tells you what's going to happen, and then you have a little bit more to like explain, right? You can add a little more text to be more specific. Number four, no clear call to actions. You want to have a clear call to action, because if your customer doesn't know what they need to do to get this offer, they're just not going to go for it. And then number five is trying to say too much. So you definitely don't want to overwhelm the lead with too much wording, with too much over explaining. So whenever you have your very clear headline, you want to just the text that you add, make sure that it's completely relevant to the specific promotion or that you are offering. Alrighty, so best practice, one page, one goal. Make sure that you keep in mind the goal that you're trying to accomplish with your funnel, and follow all the steps that we kind of talked about here. And then you should be good to go. Alrighty, and while this is still loading, it's still thinking and doing all these fun things. As you can see, it even has like a few to-dos area so that you
Mhm,
can
yeah.
follow. This is what's happening. That's pretty cool. I'm going to show you. So I talked about adding reviews earlier, right? And I do want to point out, like, adding a review here on the page. This isn't set up like automatically. This is something that you do have to set up. So if you're looking like, hey, like, how can I get reviews on my page or even on your website, because you can add these reviews to your website and it's really cool. You would just go to the reputation tab that we talked about last week, if you remember, and you create here in your little widget. This is where you go and you create your little widget, and you can make it be however you want to show, like however you want to show it, like make it show. Like you can do like a list, a grid. You can make it show only certain type of rating. So if you have anything under a 4 star, you don't want to show it, then you can show it on there, and you can do all kinds of stuff there. So that's how I got my reputation widget to show up here. Alrighty, and I just got a little beep. I think it's ready. Okay, awesome. So as you can see from
Cool.
our super simple prompt, this is what the AI came up with. Yeah. So let's kind of look and see what's going on. All right. So this is a great starting point, and it's kind of like the
Mm-hmm.
templates, right? It's an awesome starting point. If you're not sure, hey, what to do, like come to the AI, ask it to make you something, and make sure that you are specific, because we weren't specific in this situation. We were just kind of showing you how this works. So we weren't super specific, but I think if you're in the future, it would be a little bit more of like an explanation to get the AI to kind of like not be exact, but be most accurate. So in this situation, we would definitely get rid of the little uh, bar right here, the menu bar, because that's too distracting, right? I really like this whole area. I mean, look at even the picture that the AI created looks really good. Of course, you can replace anything. You can replace anything with your words, with your coloring, with your pictures. See, even it has like a little license, ensure it's five. That's really cool. Some stuff that you might want to delete from here might be your 3 steps, how it works. And then you might want to move this up a little bit more since it has the little coupon form. I mean, it even created the little form for you. That's really cool. And then right here, I love this little section that says trusted by neighbors. It's kind of like a very nicely designed review area. This is something that you can also put up a little bit more right here. That way you can show yourself like a little bit more of like credibility. So it could be something super simple, like your form could go here. So great starting point to, if you're kind of confused, if you're not very creative, because personally, I'm not very good when it comes to design. So this is super helpful because it kind of gives me a starting point and then I can mess around with it. So if you want to use AI, I think it's a really great tool to use and could really give you a head start if you're not sure what to do. Alrighty. Any questions?
And yeah, it created the page in probably less than 5 minutes. You have the page,
Yeah.
right? It's time saving. And you can continue to refine it manually, or you can continue to prompt the AI. Another thing is this is generally not only for the AI, but like a pro tip when you are creating a funnel page and even actual website pages is you can save sections as a template. So Maria can show that, like there you can see the green button there, and then you can just save that so that in the future, if you want to use the same hero section or the same CTA section, you can name it however you want it, or you can use the same like the review widget. You can just when you do the building section of your website, you can just pull them. And another
Mm-hmm.
thing that is beautiful about funnel pages is stats. You can check the performance of your funnel pages. So Maria can take us to that. So in your funnel page builder, there's a section that's called stats or statistics. And of course, right now there's no numbers because that's what Maria used earlier in her demo. But you can view how many people viewed your funnel page. You can change the date range. So for example, this promo is running for the month of March, so you can check March 1 to the 31st. And you also see all the relevant stats such as opt-ins, and if it involves money, even sales. So yeah, this is very focused. Okay, you can create pages in your website in the in the site builder. But once again, if you have a specific goal, which is a conversion, then your funnel pages is your way to go. Yeah, okay. So the big takeaway here is that your funnel page should not be complicated. Okay. You have your funnel page should be clear, focused, and built around, as we have been talking about already, one goal. Okay. And that will make it easier to turn the traffic into conversion, okay, into real increase. So the idea of using funnels or funnel pages in your marketing is that number one, it simplifies your marketing, and it also creates more repeatable campaigns for you, because if, for example, in the case of Growth Genie 360 and Lojo marketing, we are regularly sharing downloadable guides. So if we already have one guide, then that can be our template for future guides that we will be sharing or sending out to our leads. Okay. And also, you are sending them to a page without a lot of distractions, and therefore you have a higher chance of, or in terms of numbers, there's a higher uh conversion that can happen because you sent them to a focused page. Okay. So before we close out, do you have final thoughts, Maria?
I just thought about a scenario that you can use it. You don't have to
Okay.
just, like share it with it's not just for like offers or like it could be for anything, right? You can make an
Yeah.
appointment, you can encourage people
Yes.
to make an appointment, and also you can sell something on that funnel. And we have a client that uses it. She has these little like these art workshops, and then she'll like encourage people to go and like sell. She sells like some art and stuff, so you can purchase and you can like literally have like a workshop, and then as your off.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I think did we lose Maria? Yeah. Let's give her a minute to connect before we close this. I will be checking questions if there's anything that's being posted in our community. Okay, let me just give me a sec. All right. No questions at the moment, but we're
Yeah,
not yet
sorry
ending.
about
Yeah.
that.
We're not yet
My
ending. So
computer
if
just shut
you
off. Sorry.
if you have any questions, just drop that. But okay, let's go back to Maria was sharing earlier scenario or a use case. So continue with that,
Yeah.
Maria.
Yeah, sorry about that. My computer just shut off. It was really weird. Anyway,
Okay.
so yeah, if you have like a workshop, and you're selling something at the end, like you can create a funnel, put in like a QR code, and have your like attendees scan it, and then that could be like a funnel where you can sell this item and see specifically, hey, how many items did I sell from this workshop? So just another way that you can use it, because you can integrate the
Yeah.
order form, like you can sell things and it'll give you a stat on how many sales you've made. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. So those are ideas for you if you are, of course, if you're selling something, you can actually set up or use a funnel page. And also for running ads, we also recommend that you use this will be your landing page in those ads, because this is something that you have created. And when you that's one of the problems why ads sometimes don't convert, is because when they click on the ad, it's messy. The page that they go to is messy, so therefore there's so many friction in terms when we're going to use technical terms. It creates so many friction, but this a funnel page lessen that friction, so there's more chance of people converting whatever action that is. Okay, so one more check if we have any questions. I'm not seeing any, but once again, if you watch this, and if you have if you have wait, sorry. I clicked on the live and I heard myself talking. It happens. So when okay, anyway, if you have any questions, you're feel free to type that, or If you want us to take a look for our clients, if you want us to take a look at the funnels, okay, then we will be happy to assist with you on that one. All right. So as we wrap up, it's so fast. I think we're almost closing April also. But anyway, as we wrap up, if you're watching this recording sometime later, and then you notice that what you're seeing on your screen is different with what you have, okay, or what you're seeing on your screen is different from what we've shown. That's okay. Growth Genie 360 is an ever evolving platform, and the system continues to upgrade, improve features, layouts, and functionality to better support businesses. For example, that funnel AI, few years ago, 2 years ago, it wasn't there. I think it was only last year when we started offering, or when we have the AI employee suite within Growth Genie 360. And that AI continues to be refined and be more powerful. Hopefully, it will not take our jobs. No, I'm kidding. All right. So while the exact buttons, options, they may shift, they may go to a certain place, the core strategies and systems that we covered here still apply, especially in the concept of funnel pages, creating high converting funnel pages. Hey, so that's all for this session. Thank you so much for your patience with us, and we'll see you again next week for another Hotline Support Hour. Bye bye.
Bye,
Finding
everybody.
you.